Delayed injuries. Delayed injuries. What are delayed injuries? Hi, I'm attorney Dave Buckley. I'm a personal injury attorney. Delayed injuries are those type of injuries where, say you get hurt somehow through someone else's fault. You're in a car accident, a motorcycle accident, slip and fall. Whatever the mechanism of your getting injured through someone else's fault, you might have multiple injuries and you might not know about it. For instance, if you get involved in an automobile accident and you break your foot, well, that's very painful. Breaking your foot is a very painful experience. I know I have. But what you might not realize is that your knee is also injured too. But because your foot was giving you so much pain, you didn't realize that you had an injured knee as well. Why is any of this important? Well, it's important because, as you might have heard me say before, if you've seen my other videos, letting people know how you feel, letting your treating professionals know how you feel is extremely important. Not only for your own care and the treatment and what you need to know to get better, but your medical record has to be documented with the injuries you're complaining of. And a delay in informing your treating professionals about your injuries could be instrumental in how an insurance adjuster values your case. If you don't complain of, for instance, that knee pain at all, you're going to be brave and say, yeah, it's fine, let's just concentrate on my foot. You're taking value away from your case because insurance companies value your cases based on your injuries, based on your treatment. And you know, as awful as this might sound, the more injuries you have, the more valuable your case. And failing to inform your treating professionals about these other pains and injuries that you have, you're doing a disservice to yourself. One, because you need to know what to do to get better, and your professionals have to know what's ailing you in order to treat you. And secondly, you're taking money off the table for your case. So no matter when you start feeling that extra pain that you hadn't been feeling before, it is vitally important that you let your treating professionals know so they can document it in your record and always, always, always relate it to the accident that you were in, assuming that's true. You always say, I was in a car accident, I was in a motorcycle accident, I slipped and fell at the store, or, as I said, whatever the mechanism of your injury is, you need to say, my knee hurts, my leg hurts, my arm hurts. I didn't report this before because I was so focused on the other pain that I had, I didn't realize I had this. So please, take care of yourself, be aware of how you're feeling, and tell people how you're feeling so it can be put in your record. I have other videos too that talk about these things as well, so feel free to take a look at my other frequently asked questions on YouTube, or feel free to give me a call too. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.